Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today I'm going to explain the horror movie called Follow Me. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. The movie began with Cole Turner, a well-known social media content creator and an internet celebrity with over 1 million followers and a huge fan base. He posts adventurous videos on his web series, Escape from Reality, where he basically does activities that push his limits. He was in an aeroplane bathroom fixing himself up before he started putting on his internet persona and started a live stream. Taking first-class seats, his girlfriend Erin and his friends Dash, Samantha, and Thomas are all going to Moscow. When the show ended, he seriously asked his friends about what would happen in Moscow. Dash excitedly told him that a very wealthy Russian man would sponsor their whole trip and everything. Just when Cole was about to be bored, Dash also explained that the wealthy sponsor will devise an escape room, tailored just for Cole. While Cole was on live, Dash happened to insult the sponsor, saying that he just likes to throw money around. When they arrived in Moscow, Dash was captured by 2 Russian security guards. And because of the language barrier, Cole wasn't able to know why he was being captured. Then a well-dressed man came to their rescue and talked to the guards. The guards immediately fled when the man showed them his passport. The man then introduced himself as Alexei, who turned out to be their sponsor. As they were leaving the airport, the group met Victoria, Alexei's girlfriend, and his 2 bodyguards. They then went to Alexei's mansion, went to a club, and had a few drinks. They were having a fun time until Erin was harassed and threatened by a pair of Russian mobsters while Cole was taking pictures with fans. Cole quickly ran to the mobsters and tried fighting them, but he was overpowered. Alexei then stepped in, and they backed away. Before the mobster left, the leader threatened Alexei. On the way home, the driver apologized on Alexei's behalf for bringing them to a shady club. The next day, Erin and Cole decided to spend the day together. In the car going to a destination that Alexei was supposed to bring them to, they begged the driver to drop them off at Red Square instead. The driver refused at first, but he obliged eventually. The driver then handed Cole $100 to spend. They then had dinner at a nice restaurant where the servers were giving him a look. After getting the bill, a piece of red paper fell off as Cole was unraveling the money the driver gave them. After receiving a call, the server informed them that Alexei had already paid for their meal. Before leaving, the server handed him the red paper that fell to the floor, and Cole ignored it. Erin tried talking to Cole about the escape room, but he refused to hear what she had to say because he claimed that he was already an expert when it came to escape rooms. Later that evening, the group was brought to the building where the escape room would be held. Before entering, Alexei reminded them that no matter how intense the game gets, they are always safe. Cole then started his live stream for the activity, where Alexei took Cole's phone and hooked it up to the security camera system so that millions of people could watch it live, streamed to Cole's fans. Before the activity could start, Alexei reminded the group that the game could become unhinged, challenging, and unpredictable. Then a group of men who were wearing gas masks entered the room, put a bag over their heads, and guided them to their starting positions in the escape room. Cole was put in a room with a dead Russian soldier on a cremation table and a table with surgical supplies. Across the table were 2 piles of clothing and shoes. He then noticed that the door was locked and figured that he needed to find the key. He rummaged through the 2 piles but found nothing. He then realized that one of the keys was inside the dead man's stomach. So with a bit of hesitation, he cut open the dead body and got the key from inside the man's stomach. He managed to get the door open and found his friends connected to realistic, deadly traps. Erin was in an enclosed tube holding a key. Sam was strapped to an electrocution chair. Dash was in an Iron Maiden, and Thomas was hanging by his arms and legs. As he was looking around, Cole noticed that Dash and Thomas's traps were connected and could be opened by finishing a cog puzzle. The victims were skeptical at first, but when the traps started to hurt them, they became convinced that it was going to actually kill them. Just before they are killed, Cole manages to solve the puzzle to release Thomas and Dash. They then saw Sam on the chair, and she was begging for them to help her. They found the maze puzzle, and every time they move the ball to reach the finish line, Sam gets electrocuted. Cole and Thomas were already convinced that the traps were for real, considering that they barely knew Alexei and that they were in a foreign country without access to their passports at the moment. When Sam was grunting more and more because of the pain, Dash decided to step in and finish the puzzle, and they were able to free her. They then discover Erin in a glass container that is slowly filling with water. They panicked, as they were completely convinced that the escape room was deadly. Thomas finished the puzzle that opened Erin's cell, but they still had no way of opening the glass tube because the door was shut because of the rust. Cole was panicking and started kicking the doors and shouting at Alexei for not responding. Erin is on the verge of drowning when Cole uses one of the cogs to break open the lock and release her. When they realize that the game is actually dangerous, they try to leave the room, but Andre, one of the mob members from the club, captures them after shooting Natalia dead. Cole is knocked unconscious and the others are taken hostage. Cole wakes up tied up in a small cell next to a table of torture devices. A man then walked in the room, never introduced himself, and started insulting him. He then started filming him for his own fan base, claiming that people love to see an American getting tortured. He pointed a gun at him, kicked him off his seat, and was brought to a cell. He was chained to the bed, and he saw Erin on a TV screen, also in prison. On a screen, he witnesses Andre kill Samantha. He then smashed his chains against the bed until it broke. He got up, noticed the money in his pocket, looked at the red paper, and found out that it was a clue. Cole then used the bed as a ladder and went up the air duct. Whilst escaping through an air duct, he watched Dash get his limbs sawn off to entertain Andre's own online fan base. Andre then found Cole crawling through the air duct and commanded his men to chase him, making Cole crawl faster. Cole then found himself in a large, dark room where he managed to hide from the men who were looking for him and escape. He then met the driver who gave him the money and proceeded to confront him. The driver explained that he tried to warn him that he was always watching. Later, the men went out and captured the driver, but fortunately, Cole was able to hide behind the cars. Cole then hid inside one of the cars and gathered up the guts to go back inside and rescue his remaining friends. When he got back inside, he spotted Thomas in his cell, and they attempted to escape together, but Thomas was pushed down an old elevator shaft by one of the guards. Cole grabbed the gun that was left behind by the guard. Cole was then shocked to discover that Alexei works for the mob after he found him talking with Andre and other members. He later discovered Erin restrained to a chair. Andre says he'll kill Erin. Andre shoots Erin in the head after Cole attempts to, but misses him with a gunshot. Cole is dragged by two guards into yet another secure space. He finds a tiny duct, crawls through it, and enters a sizable dark space. In a fit of rage, Cole tracks down Alexei and kills him by beating him. Then all the lights turned on, and it was revealed that the whole thing was a prank on him to celebrate his 10th year anniversary. The people's faces were filled with horror when he saw him beside Alexei's corpse. Cole quickly realized that it was all fake when he saw his phone recording a live stream. The movie ended with Cole sitting in fear as he received horrified messages from the viewers.